Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back, Twitch. It is the horse stream. Another horse stream. Another 1,000 years. Starting the timer now. I have some great news. We're on the halfway mark. I know it's mind-blowing to understand, to think that we could come this far. But it's the beauty of life. Hello, YouTube.com. Exactly. Everybody say hi to YouTube. Because they're watching. Oh, Morty. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Going back to the horse. I had a horse stream without you guys. Mainly because I was pissed off and taking my anger out on you. And I apologize. You didn't deserve it. But, that's besides, that's in the past. So, let's just get into what's important right now, which is the horse. Took you long enough? I apologize. Dude, my internet sucked yesterday. It just was actually like, what if we exploded you with our mind rays? And I was like, dude, thank God. I was actually thinking I was really bored and I needed to be, like, shocked to death. I needed to get hit by laser eyes. I was starting to get worried that I was having too much fun. So I'm glad the internet humbled me. I'm so locked in. Well, I have some great news. Welcome to the lock-in. There's been a good amount of progress since the last YouTube one. Which is great, because now you guys get to reap the rewards. Where you get to see it without having to observe as much. Observable universe. I'm saying words, bro. Some call me a wordsmith. Others are pissed off by my existence. They want me dead. And you know what? There's nothing they can really do about that. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I hope the stream goes well, my friend. Have fun. You're doing great with the horse, and honestly, it looks absurdly good. You know what? This is the kind of positivity that we, as a society, need. And I'm not talking about towards each other. I mean just towards me. I deserve it, and I don't think anyone else does. Quite frankly. I want the positivity, and everybody should sit here and call me great and wonderful. Thank you. How hungry are you? Well, do you see what I'm drawing? You're my favorite lesbian. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate the comment. I'm sick. Dude, same, bro. Someone call me a wordsmith, other call me a turdsmith, but you can call me dad. I mean, some call me a turdsmith, and some call me a wordsmith, and I say, what's the difference between what I be speaking? Alright, if I'm just spreading the message, it's all the same to me. I set up my little sister's frog tank. That's kind of awesome. I was saying in the YouTube stream, or the Twitch stream, because Twitch gets a 30-second, like a little yap session as an exclusive. I was saying to YouTube, to Twitch stream, that I spent a lot of today sleeving because I'm not going to be streaming on. I'm not going to be streaming for the rest of the week. This is the one stream you get this week. This is the one stream you get on YouTube, chat. I'm not streaming the rest of the week. It is out of spite. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off and I'm mad. And I'm angry. But also, it's because I'm going to be gone in Vegas. And quite frankly, I'm going to be gambling. So, hey, if for some reason you're also going to TwitchCon, or not TwitchCon, if you're also going to MagicCon Vegas and you see me, give me money to gamble with. Thank you. Whatever money, like, just hand me $5. I have a mission that I have to fulfill. And that's to win so much money, the Vegas casino's got to turn the lights off. Bro, I went to Angry Town and everybody knew you were. Guys, there's not enough likes. Dude, liking streams even do anything? Liking streams is actually like the funniest thing ever. I just see that and I'm like, you know what? I respect the people liking the stream. To be fair, and maybe I'm a freaking, like, the villain of all time. I don't even know. I use, like, the like thing on YouTube as, like, a bookmark. The only time I ever like videos is when I'm like, oh, I need to save this recipe for later. I just saw like a nice meal for me to eat. It's always a horse, by the way. I'm like, holy moly, bro. I need to save this recipe. Classic stream performance. Was it just randomly dying? Oh, it died for a little bit. That's cool. It's cool, I don't even care. Why would I want my stream to work? That would piss me off. Well, if it lags out again, then it might be a YouTube thing, and we might just have to end the YouTube stream. I might just have to call it quits and say, sorry, YouTube, I appreciate you guys' patronage, but unfortunately, my internet, who's my best friend right now, has decided that I need to be smited. That's all I use it for as well. Yeah, I'm like, maybe I'm an idiot. Vegas Casino like Persona 5. There is allegedly a Persona 5 slot machine in Vegas. I've tried to look for it. It's in specifically one casino, I think. And there's been no updates recently on whether or not it's still there. It's all like a really old evidence from like years ago. I kind of want to make the pilgrimage to it. I've tried every year, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to go to a casino that's not on the strip. Because, like, who wants to go there, all right? I'm sitting in the Bellagio, I'm picking grapes out of my mouth from winning $1 million. You know, I'm not really sitting here jumping up for joy like, oh, you know what I really need to go do? I need to go off the strip and go somewhere entirely different, near nothing that I actually want to do. Well, maybe this might be the Vegas trip. Maybe this is the Vegas trip where I go and fulfill my destiny. Could you get some slot machines that follow you home? I hope so. Did you see the Kagrabachi teaser? Yes. And let's just say, Bocce heads, we won. Are we still in the demo phase? That'd be so funny. We're just playing the demo. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on the demo, drawing a horse. I've spent tens of hours just drawing a horse in the demo. That'd be a cool life I live. I want to meet that guy who was so excited for this game that instead of buying it, they've just drawn a horse for 100 hours. And don't say that's just me. Because you would be right, but I'm ashamed. I want to act cool. The good news, chat, is that we have passed the halfway mark. We did spend 3 hours on Deku, but that was every second was worth it. People be spitting out, like, masterpieces on this app in, like, 5 seconds, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? And then I realized that they don't stream the game, and that it's kind of easy to draw if you could just literally just use your finger and or your hand. They have 52 months.
Gay, straight, or all?
For the sake of content, everybody is pansexual on this island. The horse is just here to accept love from all. Because quite frankly, I do want to see Rivers Kumo or somebody like that fall in love with a horse. I'll say it. I might be bold to be saying this, but I think it's what we all want. All the above or none of the above? It's all the above every day, all day. I think we're about approaching the eyes, by the way, chat. I can't wait for this to be finished in like 2 weeks. Well, no, it's definitely getting finished. It's getting finished within the next week. It's either getting finished or it's never getting finished. You know, because I'll be bored of Tomodachi life. And everybody will be bored of Tomodachi life. And I will have wasted so much time doing this. But I feel like at this point I'm so committed to it that I just want to see it through the end, whether or not I play this game afterwards. Everybody's sitting here painting like villas and everything like that, and I have subjected myself to, what if I play the game by not playing it at all? Which, to be fair, I've done a lot more than you'd think at this point. Everybody keeps telling me to play balloons, and I'm just like, guys, you don't even want me to play balloons. You just want to watch me watch you guys play balloons. No, we want to spend your money. And you know what? I don't. I don't, actually. I'd like to keep that, please. What's your favorite Fortnite skin? Well, it's probably me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. They added Deku in that game, and I just don't think I've taken it off since. So I think if I had to really think about it, it's probably that. Seeing how, again, I haven't figured out how to take it off yet. I don't even know if I will. It's kind of glued to my body. What if they add Joker Persona 5? Well, yeah, of course I would swap. But he's not in the game yet. Although I did see they add the big doof. And a big doof, you know, that was kind of awesome. True, chat. You can't... Chat, if you make me spend all my money in balloons right now, then I can't gamble. And are you really going to take that away from me? You're going to take my... Well, you're going to take what was my birthright? You're going to take everything that I care about away from me? Is that what we're doing? Very big man of the view. Thank you. Chat, do you think I'm gonna win so much money at Vegas? Do you think I'm gonna go broke? Or do you think I'm gonna win? I see myself as a winner. I've been telling people all day. Because I was like, some of my friends have been like, I went to Vegas and I lost. Like, I was talking to my Gamer Subs rep. Which, code wholesome, by the way. I was talking to my Gamer Subs rep. Because they were in Vegas for Level Up Expo. I was talking to them and I was like, did you win? They're like, did you gamble? And he was like, of course. And I was like, did you win? And they said no. And you know what I said to them? I said, you only lose when you give up. And I think there's something profoundly beautiful about that. That's the only time you lose in life, is when you give up. So with that being said, I think I'm about to win so much money at the casino, it's not even going to be funny, bro. I think Vegas is going to be embarrassed. That's my philosopher. I know that guy. I know that guy. He browses r/philosophy. He's so smart. He read one book on philosophy, and now he's the smartest person alive. Oh, he's so handsome. Rabbits won 24 carats, come on. Rabbits are cool. Remember, chat, they can only lose 100% of your money on gambling, but you can gain infinite. It's true. It's loss and reward. Gambling is a life lesson. It's about resilience. It's about doing what you love. It's about having a good mental. It's about playing your cards right. Rabbits are cool. I was about to say a hot scalding take, which is that I like looking at rabbits, but every time I think about the idea of taking care of a rabbit, it pisses me off. I don't know if that's a hot take, but every time I imagine the idea of taking care of a rabbit for like 3 seconds, I start getting angry. I feel my cortisol rising. I like looking at them. I think rabbits are cool when you look at them and you're like, oh, look at that thing. He's a very cool guy. He's very soft. And then you look right behind the rabbit and it's the most disgusting thing you'll ever see. It's this cage. Every single inch of it is taken up by the absolute raw and utterly unstoppable amount of defecation that he has permitted into this world. And you just have to sit there in awe. And I just look at that and I'm like, oh my god, I could not imagine cleaning any of this up, dude. If I had a rabbit and it did not learn to clean up after itself, I would evict it. I would tell that buddy, hey man, you're 18, time to go home. Time to go find your own place. You can't stay here. My sister had rabbits and they were awesome. You know what? I respect it. I respect it. Get a hedgehog. I used to have, like, a rodent. I forgot what kind of rodent it was. It was not a hamster. It wasn't like a... I really forgot what it was. I think it was just genuinely, we'll just call it... It was like something like a hamster. I used to have one when I was a kid. And I think it traumatized me from small animals for the rest of my life because that thing refused to exercise on its wheel at all times. And so eventually one day it got too fat to climb through the tube to get to its food or like get to the wheel or anything. And it tried climbing through the tube and it sliced its belly open. And we had to like tie it up and give it surgery. We gave it like weight loss surgery or whatever. You know, try to make it a skinny king again. And it went ahead and decided it was really bored and it sliced its belly open again. And I think it went through that a couple times. It just refused to do anything except for punish itself. They wanted to be skinty. Apparently not. And so it, like, sliced its belly open, like, 3 times on the climbing tube. Just covered in blood and everything until... you know. I think we caught it too late, or it had done too much liver damage. It had done too much damage to itself, continuously trying to climb the tube instead of just going on the wheel. And we had to bury that little guy in my backyard. So ever since then, I don't think my mom has ever been interested in taking care of the little small animals anymore. And you know what? Can you blame her? I look at that and I say, you know what? Real shit. I don't think I would put up with that ever again. That's gore. No, literally. Oh, that's gore of my hamster. It is bleeding out everywhere. It was like just a jaw-dropping experience. Awesome hobby. Thank you. So, I don't know. I think rabbits and all of that stuff, it might be totally out for me. I might have to be out of the game for these kinds of things. I respect those who commit. And then, of course, I look at a rabbit and I go, oh, you poop everywhere. I have to compete with you for the biggest shitter in this house. And I do not want to have a competition here. I need to be the king of the throne. Time for a cat. Been there. Been there. Truthfully, I don't think I want any animals until I relocate. Until one day where I actually, like, until I move into like a big place where I can facilitate an animal better. I feel like my current living conditions do not provide well for an animal. Except for me. The only beast allowed here is me. You cannot be the shit king. Hey, you do not know who controls the porcelain throne. Alright. And no one knows that I'm as powerful as the man on the empty throne. That's all I'm saying. You could try and pretend like I don't have a unique power in this world, but I will completely and utterly win this domination of a fight. Hamsters are expensive and time-consuming. It's true. I didn't even, like... you know, I was barely conscious when I had that hamster. But I could tell that thing was... or whatever it was. I don't remember what kind of thing it was. It was some sort of beast. But yeah, no, I'm okay on those... on a rodent right now. Just got here. Is he making a photorealistic horse? I'm expressing myself. We're just horsing around, really. It's true. Any chance are you hungry? Luckily, I ate. Good news, I ate beforehand. I've conquered the hunger. So, because I almost started stream before eating, but then I realized that I don't want to eat the artwork that I'm making. That would be really embarrassing. Imagine spending all this time and then halfway through it, you eat it all? What am I, a 4-year-old building a gingerbread house? 4th grade? I can't even make it to the gingerbread house. I was just sitting there, my dumb ass was just salivating too hard, looking at all the gummy drops, the gum drops that I'm putting on top of the thing. It's 10:52, 10:12, I'm basically starving. That's what I'm saying. I already ate today. Luckily, I'm a wisdom. I went and I cooked before the stream. So that way I couldn't attack my life's work. Also, we're on like a great... the nose right now, we're on a great streak. This is why I was like, you know what? This might not take as long as we think. Because I think we just cleared like 3 of these in about 2 seconds. I love when it's... I think, honestly, the thing that takes the most time is swapping colors. I wish there was a way to swap colors faster. But the only way I could think of that is if I just unplugged it, and I just filmed my hands doing this. We just have a camera pointed at my... Because I was watching a friend draw... I was watching my good friend Rose Doodle. I was watching Rose Doodle stream. And they were drawing Giwi. And they just hand-cammed it, bro. They just had that shit pointed down and started the grind. What kind of rodent is this? Well, this is a horse. You might be confused. This is a giant stallion. Did you just run through the whole grid one color at a time? yes, I would lose track of everything. That part, the struggle would be remembering. I'll try painting stream too. This really tells me we need to do Bob Ross streams. I could become the next Bob Ross. Time to follow Bob Ross paintings and see if I can clutch up. Are we almost... Oh my god, we're almost done with this line. I know this line already started a little bit done, but I'm impressed. But yeah, if the whole process of changing colors, where I have to drop my mouse over and over again, I feel like that's the thing that's causing the most stalling here. Bob Ross deserves so much and got it. Truly an inspiration on how we should learn to treat others and teach others. I aspire to be like a Bob Ross. In fact, I'm feeling like I'm connecting with him. You're pretty wholesome, so you're halfway to Bob Ross. You just need to have the hair. True, I need to have the hair and I need to go and like enter the military or something. Because wasn't he an army vet? Or am I making things up just for the attention of it? Get a perm. I get a Jufro. I can't beat the allegations. What's happening? What's been happening for the gazillion years that we've been here? Connecting with nature. Air Force. I'm true. It's true. Mr. Rogers was his name. For the life of me, I can't remember him. I'll never forget Mr. Rogers. You know why? Real ones know why. Because he won the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. How could I forget the winner of the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny? That's the biggest W he's ever had in his life. And you can't take that away from him. I would never forget a man like that. Because he's clearly the strongest one. Are you horsing along? Chat, there might be a little bit of horsing going on. A minor amount of horsing? Alright, I'll admit it. There's a lot of horsing going on. I've been saying this. If he implies he's the only one that scales higher. So, I should have looked into this if the Versus Wiki includes the fact that he won the Ultimate Showdown and Miss Ultimate Destiny. Because I feel like it's kind of important to note that Mr. Rogers won that. I feel like that should be important in terms of the general power scaling of Ultimate Showdown, dude. Wow. Wow. Can I say something, chat? Wow. Oh, we've entered the era where the horse gets smaller, so we have to do less things. Like, we have nothing in this square. That's one less square I have to worry about. Lemon Demon mentioned. Fake. I feel like calling him a Lemon Demon is fucked up, alright? We have to appreciate the whole head of work that man has done. Alright? Neil Cicierega is a genius. I will stand on that line for my whole life. I'll say that with my chest. Hello, I'm Neil Cicierega, aka Lemon Demon. I feel like his name needs to be shouted into the world, and we shouldn't be calling him Lemon Demon. We should be calling him by who he is. Because just about anything powerful on the internet that was the greatest video of all time, it's been made by him. He's behind everything. I would love to sit down and have a beautiful conversation with that man. Unfortunately, Mr. Rogers not on the Versus Wiki. I think they should fix that. He has a higher feat than Chuck Norris, so he has to be stronger than Chuck Norris. Everybody in the Ultimate Showdown. Can someone make an edit to the Versus Wiki that adds Neil CC that adds Mr. Roger and his feats in the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, and then put him above whoever he had outlasted and outpaced? Because in terms of power scaling, he's got to be stronger. He outlived them all. He beat Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White. He beat all of them. They all died. They all got washed. Neil Cicierega versus Kevin McLeod beatbox battle. And you know what's so funny? You say that. Neil Cicierega also has some of the most iconic music. Alright. Harry Potter Puppet Pals? Neil Cicierega. Bustin'? Bustin' makes me feel good. Neil Cicierega. I'm telling you, he's behind it all. Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. Same guy. Same guy. I need to learn from him. That's the kind of person that I would go into the woods, the forest for. Did he make Ban Ban? He very much could. He lives under so many pseudonyms. He could really have done it all. I love how invested you are into this horse. Well, right now I'm so invested in Neil. Hello, every pony. Everybody, come on. What have we learned? There we go, chat. Come on, everybody. If we want to foster something parasocial here, we all have to collectively work together and say hello. Even you, YouTube chat, you're not above this. He's John Euphoric. Listen, if Neil was John Euphoric this entire time, I genuinely don't think I'd be surprised. I would think I would just say, can you please teach me how? I would just say you have to teach me your ways. And also, Banban has to be the most successful project he's ever made. What will your next me be? Probably something way less effort than this, that's for sure. I think I had an idea and I've already forgotten. I will see if I can somehow get this done before MagicCon. Like, if I somehow get this done tonight, which is very unlikely. Then, I might make some, like... I might make some stuff off stream. I might make some food off stream. Hey guys, I just got back from grinding off stream. And I've created, like, God Jesus. Ninja Blevins. Tingle? Tingle's a good answer. I'm the #1 chatter. Welcome, #1 chatter. You could be the #1 hero next. You'd be like Deku. He's a hero. Did you know this? Unlike those Paw Patrol fucks that are LARPing as heroes. Deku's a real one. I'm the #1 2 chatter in my heart. Well, you do have the #2 in your name, so let's just say things are looking up to you. Things are looking up for that. Because YouTube has like a chatter leaderboard, which is kind of cool, and also I don't understand the point. But, like, it's not like I'm pissed off or anything. It's not like I'm mad or, like... It's not like YouTube, like, you know, why would I even care? You know, like, it's not like I care or anything. Like, why... Guys, I feel like I haven't told you guys to type 1 in, like... 10 minutes. Everyone want to type 1 if you love sandwiches. Unwillingly is #3. The evil unwillingly. I'd be horrified of the evil unwillingly. That'd be the scariest character in my life. If I had somebody running around my my world torturing me as the unwillingly, I'd start screaming at the top of my lungs. It'd be like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The evil willingly. Whoa. Start over? Are we, like, trying to count now? I feel like for the hair, we've entered some complex shapes.
Lemonade.
Holy shoot, thanks for the tier 1 Sunnyside. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's wild seeing the horse truly become real. We've entered the deep. We've entered like the detail part. The defining characteristics of the horse have started showing up. I'm excited for when we get to the eyes, which I have no clue when we're gonna get there, but I can only hope and dream. Undertale. Day for the 18th months, Greg. Yeehaw! Thank you, Greg. Start over. You guys are struggling to count real hard. I understand. Counting isn't your strong suit. You know, we're in Twitch chat. You know, we're typing in Twitch chat, so, like, counting, I understand, is a difficult task for some of you guys. You know, we barely passed high school, we cheated, we used Grok to get through high school. At Grok, I need help. I understand, I get it. Start over. Now you guys are making me want to do a stream one day where we just the whole point is just to count to 10. I think that is a Doug idea, but you know, I can be shameless. I can be the shameless sometimes. Your art's looking amazing. AI can never replace so much talent and dedication to the bit. Well, that's because AI has no soul, unlike me, who's soulful. That's where they lose. Morty. Start over pinned? That's crazy. What a horrifyingly threatening message to pin. You want me to start over on my horse? No! No! Oh, my hard work! We need to assign each other a number. That'd be good. I'd like to thank you for providing background music as I write a undergrad degree. I'm glad you enjoy the Altrive radio, also known as a single song on loop for 5,000 hours. I know, I have such a beautiful taste in music. It's like none other in life. I feel bad. Last night I had to recall Scoot because my internet died. It felt so embarrassing. I felt so rude hanging up on them, especially after I had cheated on them by opening magic packs with somebody else. Which, chat, just as a reminder, don't know when, but sometime this week, over on twitch.tv/Scootish, we will be opening Magic the Gathering packs live in Vegas. So, while I am not streaming on my own Twitch channel, while I'm in Vegas, that does not mean that we're out of content. Of course, there will be a Wednesday upload, as well on top of that, as always, a Patreon upload as well. So, just because I'm gone streaming for the week doesn't mean that's the end of me, chat. You'll hear me occasionally throughout the week. New video will be tomorrow. It's Tomodachi Life. You'll get a new video tomorrow. You'll get a Scootish stream with me sometime this weekend. You'll get a Patreon review. So don't miss me too much, but also you can't because there's just so much to share. Once 9. I'm glad you guys are really working hard together. This is giving me actually genuinely a great idea, chat. This is giving me such a good idea for a video. Ooh, maybe I'll make it blue. Maybe that's the. I've been wanting to do more balloons, but I don't like. I feel like I've already done the. I feel like I've been trying to figure out what's a new funny thing to do. I think you guys have just given me one. We'll see if it comes to fruition. Do you know your on-screen chat is frozen? No, it works. It works, it's just scared right now. Also, everyone say hi to Soom. Everyone say hi, Soom! I need to find a better way to run the on-screen chat. And my multi-chat. I need to figure out a better way to run it all. Zoom, can I have $20? I think Zoom needs that. We are Sisyphus now. We have to roll this ball down the hill. That's how I feel. I just keep dropping in and lurking every couple days and it's still happening. I can't wait to see the finished project. Everybody say hi! It's a horse. Listen, good things come to those who work hard. Those are my thoughts. Working hard and putting in the time and the work and the effort. You're given such beautiful, beautiful results. Such as a stallion. And I can't wait to see whoever dates the stallion. I'm hoping it's Rivers Kumo. Although Alex Yeek seems to kind of be really bonding with Rivers Kumo, which makes sense. He is literally directly inspired by Rivers. But I would love to see what kind of fucked up creature it makes when they decide that a child is time to bear. Hopefully it's not like Elanklom or whatever. Mr. Hands. Washington. Because that would kind of be a tragedy in my Mii Island. Would Alex Yeek and Rivers Kumo be self-cessed? You know what's so funny? I've actually been thinking this exact question for a while. As I've been making this and I've thought about it, I don't actually think I know the answer. I think I've been lost. It's like, would the main character of... What's it called? Would the main character of... Would, like, Edward and that guy from 50 Shades of Grey, if I made a fan fiction of them, would that be self-cessed? Because quite frankly, it is literally the same character. What's your horse's personality gonna be? I think we, as the people, are gonna have to figure that out together. Also, I love the idea of sitting at home. Not sitting at home, but sitting in the country of Japan, watching me paint a horse. There's actually been a lot. There's been a lot of stupid scenarios that people are watching me paint the horse. We got sitting in Japan. We have in line for rides at Disneyland. Where have people been tuning in to watch me draw? This is the funny... How does the internet provide this? Horse, Japan. That depends. Does a self-insert be a self-cessed? Okay. Well, I don't think Rivers made Yeek, unless I've been horribly informed in my life. If Rivers made Yeek, that would actually be the funniest thing ever to happen. Hey, it's my day off in Japan right now, so why not? There is no way you are actually also in Japan. We can't have two people in Japan right now. I've also realized that I've been painting the wrong thing this entire time. Another classic blunder. I feel really embarrassed, chat. Please don't laugh at me. Because I feel really embarrassed and sad. And I would prefer not to deal with any of this. I didn't know two people could be in Japan. It's kind of fucked up. All these people are enjoying the hometown in which I'm from. Everybody gets to sit here privileged, and I have to sit here so far away from my home. It pisses me off. Travel to Japan and finish the horse. Can I go to Japan, I finish the horse in Japan. It's like a secret meditative state. I like enter a new power of mine. It's kind of like going to train Kung Fu. Do you think you can learn Shaq Fu, chat? Do you think Shaquille O'Neal sells classes? If I ever meet him, I think I would have asked him. I'd be like, hey, hey, I need to be on the mailing list for the Shakalicious gummies. And also, Can you teach me Shaq Fu? Do you think he would say yes? Do you think he would take me as his pupil? Or do you think he would, as a first lesson, just pick me up and beat the absolute shit out of me? Would you have Shaq? You'd have to become Shaq too frequently. Is being Shaq required in learning Shaq Fu? Is there a belt for Shaq Fu? You'd be the strongest person if he mentioned you. I already am the strongest. We should add a monkey buccaneer. That's something we should add. We should add, like, Dart Monkey. Iconic Dart Monkey. To my Tomodachi Island would be a jaw-dropping revelation. I think it would be a game changer. It would change the dynamic of everything. My only concern is that I feel like everybody would be gunning for Dart Monkey too hard. Like, they would think he's too cool, you know? Is this in the wrong spot? No, this is correct. I almost drew the same thing twice. It happens more. It's more likely than you'd think, Chad. Is it? I wonder if it is faster to just do one color at a time, chat. Should we try it for a line? Should we do one line where we just do the single, like, we pick one brush and we just go and see what happens? Should I try that? Just for a little variety in gameplay. You know, like, we can spice our life up a little bit. I think that's accurate. You know, variety's like a spice of life thing. You can't hate a little variety. I just found out my dad almost went to jail for 310 years if served consecutively when he was 14. Anyways, how is Ranking the Dad stream? Or when's the Ranking Dad stream? We do have to do that. Perhaps we'll start the Ranking the Dad stream when I get back. Maybe when I'm gone for the weekend, we can start collecting well, maybe while I'm in Vegas, chat, we can start the dad submission. You have to do Twitch chat sub Shark Tank. Submissions are like a year old. You know, ideas are hard. Have you ever thought about this? Like, look inside yourself. Let's think about this. Ideas are hard, and maybe I'm lazy. Never count out the power of being so unbelievably lazy. I love the phrase, start the dad submission. Can we start saying that? What scenarios do you think we, like, what are the scenarios in which you start the dad submissions? Can you use it in a sentence outside of this context? I would love to know. Truly, I'm like enamored by this. I'm enamored by when you think it's the correct time to say, let's start the dad submissions. Oh, I just ruined my life chat. That's an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back. Yeah, okay. I started your dad submission last night. Hey, man. Be nice to my dad. What did my dad do to deserve this? We need to do, like, a ranking content creators' dads. That would be funny. It's time to rank my friends' dads. It's even funnier if I've met them. It's even funnier if I'm ranking my friends' dads. With my dad. Or if I then have to see them afterwards, because I could sit there and I could be like, I could just completely imagine shitting on someone's dad completely, and then you just have to go out to dinner with them next day. Fire stream. It's the big dad stream. The big Father's Day stream. My dad could beat up your dad. See, and if we did the father ranking stream, we could get to the bottom of this. We can get a definitive answer here. In which the answer is going to be, no the fuck you can't. My dad would absolutely embarrass the shit out of you. Nice try, dumbass. My dad could beat up your dad 100%. I'd like to see you try. That's another line done, chat. That's 2 lines done in an hour. I feel like that is literally twice as fast as we normally do. That being said, I would love to see how fast it goes if we just move by color. So I think the next line, this next line, chat, we're gonna only move and change via color. This is a new strategy, a new strat. We're gonna only exclusively paint one color at a time and see if this is a faster experience. We need like a set splits for a different time. Run splits number 2. 2 lines an hour, gotta be careful, bud. I say never count me out. I'm built so unbelievably different. Plus, the nice thing is that if you do it by color, then at the end of the day, there's a button that lets me say I finished this color. What happens if I select that? If I, like, check this and I say mark is done, what happens? Oh, it just shows me that I already finished the color. Okay, well, this doesn't really improve anything in my life. Suvi, thanks for the raid. Everyone say thank you for the big raid. Guys, I can already low-key tell that this is not going to be faster. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to make false judgments yet, but I can already tell that I'm struggling. It does make the appearance of the horse funnier because instead of going like a printer, there's just like random details that are just like fully encapsulated in spirit. How hungry is this horse? We all know the answer. I feel like we know the answer and we're just placating ourselves. I gotta get off work soon and pack it up. I'm sorry, you were watching this at work? Sometimes I forget that my viewers have jobs. It's kind of impressive to me sometimes the way that people post and interact in my stream, and then they also just go to a normal 9 to 5. You know, somebody comes in, they post, what is it, Clona? I don't know what the one-shot character is, but like they come in, they post the one-shot character like 500 times, and then they have to clock in for their job at like accounting, you know? Like that idea scares me in my head. Our future surgeons are Altrive chatters. Like, you know that one, there's like this fetish artist who loves like Fox and Falco having sex with cars and trains. Could you imagine you are about to get life-saving brain surgery? They put you in the gas, you're about to go under. And as you're passing out, you see that guy's phone screen. It's like the last thing you see before you are passed out for hours at end. You're like, wait! Ugh. I think about that a lot. Do you think anybody knows? Do you think his colleagues all know? Or like that guy who's really into just art of people picking, like buying white bread in the aisles. They just like only commission art of people ordering white bread. The Wonder Bread guy? Yeah, exactly. Like, do you think people in his life know that it's him? And also, do you think AI has made him so happy? It must be so much easier if you have some weird hyper-specific fetish like this. That you're like... like, AI must make you so happy, because you can't get hit with no anymore. The robot's not going to say no. It's going to sit there and it's going to say, yes, master, and spit out 15 more images of people shopping for white bread. Which sucks, because it takes money away from the hardworking artists in the economy. How did this happen? What have I messed up here? Oh, nothing. It just does go like this, and I'm just stupid. No respectable furry artist would say no to the white bread guy. True. If you ask me, that's like a celebrity. If I got a commission from the Wonder Bread guy, I think I would know I made it. A me brawler player was the what? I feel like he's ethical about it. This is free money. You just have to draw bread and women. you say that, but you have to be handpicked by this guy. I think you think it's an easy job, but I think you ignore the amount of man hours you had to put beforehand to be graced with the presence of the Wonder Bread guy. Like, do you think some people have, like, drawn Wonder Bread to try and appease him so that, like, they can bait them into commissioning them? And he just doesn't fall for it. He's like, ugh. They don't understand the vision. I like to think he's, like, really picky about it. He's, like, really stingy. It's like his life's art to it, you know? So, like, people coming in, they're trying to appease him, and he's like, no. You don't understand the artistic integrity of the Wonder Bread art. The Wonder Bread guy with a Wonder Bread on a string and a little cardboard? Exactly. Oh, so I've now immediately ran into a problem with this method that we've been following, which is... we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares to get to where we need to be. So here's my thought. I'm gonna move backwards. And once I run out of squares, we could swap to the next color and see if this was any faster. It doesn't feel faster. It actually feels quite slow. But I could be so wrong. We could have, like, finished a line in, like, 2 seconds. 1, 2. So this is 3. We could be, like, so ahead of the curve and I'd have no clue. Alright, well, that's all of the dark spots for this section. So now we have to go all the way back to the beginning, select the next color. This doesn't feel faster. It doesn't feel faster, it feels more confusing. Although it does make it so that I'm not having to change colors as much. So again, it might be faster. It might be that I feel slower on the D-pad, but I'm like ridiculous. We're making up so much progress in the time that I don't have to spend changing the color. Does the horse get finished tonight? How much do you believe in me? That depends on how much the people believe. But probably absolutely not. It might have to take a week break. Unskippable stream thumbnail. Thank you, YouTube chat. I try my hardest. Anyways, I want to say hi to Sam. Oh shit, I out of habit was swapping. I've been so programmed to swap my color. You've been programmed. Oh, we are on the eyes, chat. Oh, this is actually a momentous occasion. Someone get the champagne. Hello? We need to be popping some champagne bottles right now? Are you kidding? We're on the eyes, boys. We're on the fucking eyes. It just processed to me that this is the eyes. We're actually way closer than I think, maybe. Oh, is this another one of those, like, 8,000 years of misery? No, because I had to place a single pixel somewhere in the middle. Son of a bitch. 1, 2, 3, somewhere here. Somewhere here, there's a single pixel here and here. And then 2 right here. That was awesome. And then blank here, come back here. Single pixel there. We're back in reality. Interestingly, a lot of the detail in this middle oh, this is the other eye, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, this is the other eye. Maybe this is faster. Maybe I wasted thousands of hours of my life doing absolutely nothing. All right, well, that's another line done. Or not another line, but another color done. Confirmed graphic designer. I do it all. I do it all, chat. Bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, you name it. It can be done, chat. Can we throw Larry a bar mitzvah in Vegas? Yeah, can you find a rabbi? Can you find a rabbi to honor him? I know a rabbi. You know what? I also know a rabbi. I don't know a rabbi in Vegas, though. I'd have to find a rabbi, a traveling... We need to find a traveling rabbi for Larry. It's Vegas, it's gotta be easy. It'll be like... What is that? It would be like the Hangover. How they went and found a way to get married. Day of. We just have to find a Vegas temple that does day of bar mitzvahs. Get married to the rabbi. That'd be good. Hold on, that might be an idea. Recreating my favorite movie scenes by getting married in Las Vegas at a temporary casino. Or at one of those, like, small marriage things. Guys, we're recreating movie scenes. Today, I have to go find a stripper and marry them. I'd watch it. Honestly. That's good. That's good content. It was in the Hangover for a reason. Have you ever ridden a horse? I think I got the opportunity once, and I was scared. What are we talking about? I'm confused. Well, what is there to be confused about? I'm lost. What? How would you be confused here? We need to find a rabbi so that we can bar mitzvah Larry in Vegas. It has to happen. Nothing else can happen in this world. Here's the concepts we have for events in Vegas. We're gonna make Vegas the most viral. I'm gonna make MagicCon Vegas the most viral trip of all time. I'm gonna be the one known for shutting down the Venetian from winning too much money. They turn the power out. Everybody has to stop gambling that day. They just owe me so much money that they have to call it quits for the day. It's the first time that they don't open for 24 hours on the casino floor. I'd marry Larry for content. I would marry and divorce Larry for content. Do you think there's been content divorces? Like, there's obviously been content marriage. But what about, like, a content divorce? $100%. I got my marriage annulled for the bit. That'd be awesome. I'd get a beer with that guy. That's called dedication. That's the kind of dedication that I don't know if I could ever have. Going through the process of a divorce just for the concept of content. No, babe, you don't understand. We're not actually getting a divorce. We're gonna get a divorce. I promise I'll remarry you, babe. I promise. Max Fosh did it? No, they got married for content and then divorced afterwards. That's different. I feel like that's so different than, like, I feel like that's different from divorcing for the sake of content. Like, there's no other plan after. Like, it's just like, I'm divorcing my wife because it's funny. But, like, it's a real divorce with all of the paperwork and everything. It's going through the most traumatic experience of their life. No, babe, you don't understand. I'm gonna divorce you. We're divorcing. I promise I'll remarry you. No, listen, you don't understand. Of course I'll remarry you. No, you don't have to take 50% of my stuff. Like, we can pretend that we did that. But, like, you don't have to do that. Because don't worry. I promise we'll get remarried. No, I would never get a divorce with you so I can get away with doing any nefarious acts. I wouldn't do that. You don't understand. It's for content. We're gonna get so much likes on the internet. We can make getting divorced a full-time job. You know, content gurus and the whole like content creator sphere of the world, they always tell you that if you find success in some kind of niche, that you should try and capitalize it and make as much content within a niche as possible. If you get popular and famous off of divorcing your wife, and it's like a series of divorce content, like, what do you do at that point? Do you just keep marrying so you can't get divorces? Would people just like look at your YouTube channel and know what's going on? My coworker who drives a scooter got into an accident and is going to the hospital. I don't know how long I'll be at work, but it's going to be a bit. Ho! World's first divorce tuber. I'm now forcing you to do a stream where chat does black border and balloons. That would be like the world's longest stream. Getting a black border takes like 5 hours, bro. I've been slowly setting up for a big balloon stream, a big giant balloons extravaganza, popaganza. Guys, can I be honest with you? I actually, now that we're 20 minutes left in this timer, I think this is actually so much violently faster than the way I was doing it, and I should have done it this way the entire time. Doing black border stuff, it takes so long. I've been setting up for a big black border extravaganza, and it's so much balloons, chat. All my friends think like balloons is the only game I play, and it's like, you don't understand. I'm playing balloons while doing my taxes. I got my Excel spreadsheets open on one monitor, and balloons is just sitting there passively on the other one. Like, I'm not really engulfed in the game of balloons. I'm not loading up I wasn't sitting there being like, oh my god, I have to do my balloons dailies, when they were all thinking I'm so immersed in balloons content right now. I was like, no, you don't understand, my friends. I've been grinding balloons while doing taxes. It's my way of coping without wanting to scream. When do you think they're gonna release Balloon CD7? I feel like we live in such a weird era, and I feel like Overwatch has really proved exactly my thoughts. Where I feel like if you make a live service game that is so popular, you kind of forego the ability to make a sequel. I don't know if anyone agrees with me. I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass. But I feel like when you make a game where you're constantly updating it, and it's essentially a live service game at this point, you've kind of lost that stat. Because, like, at least in my head, why would I want to buy another game? Oh, I see my error. I forgot to swap the brush. When's Fortnite 2? It's like, don't the devs already say 6 was the last one and then it's updates? I think so. But, like, for example, Overwatch came out and they tried to make an Overwatch 2 where they were making sufficient content where it would bring people back. And then they didn't. So it ended up being like the same game with nothing really changed in an iconic manner. And then they just swap back to Overwatch. Like, it suddenly feels like it's just bad branding if you make a new game and it's not vastly different of an idea. I feel like in the modern gaming landscape, Fortnite has really created... They went back to Overwatch? Yeah, it's like, if you make a game nowadays, it feels like if you constantly update it, like, that's it. That's There is no sequel. You could just, why make a second game when you could just update it? Wasn't Overwatch 2 Borderland a scam? Well, it's a scam in the sense that it never actually got... I feel like Overwatch 2 never actually got made. Remember this is supposed to take 7 hours? I guess I did it wrong. I guess if I did it this way to begin with, it might have taken 7 hours. But yeah, I just feel like in the current market of games, a sequel doesn't make sense for the consumer if you are pumping out new updates for your game for free already. Me as the consumer, I don't want to buy a new game when for like something that I'd be like, oh, this could have just been a patch, now I have to pay $60 for it, when originally I was given this content for free. Remember when Nintendo tried to release a live service in Zelda game? I don't remember this. When was this? Legend of Legends is good. It's so good, nobody knows what that is. Actually, I can't tell if this method was faster or if there was just so much less work this time around. Kerbal stream when? The people have been asking for a big Kerbal stream. I think the only modern day second game change, like live service game that made a second one, the only time I think that's been a success in which I nodded my head and go, yeah, that makes sense, is Counter-Strike 2. But bias aside, because I would sniff the seat of Valve for Counter-Strike, truthfully, I feel like that only works because Counter-Strike 2 to Counter-Strike Go was one, it was free. So it's not like it was a free game to a free game. You know, I don't need to spend 20 bucks to go play Counter-Strike 2 again. But I feel like the other thing that's kind of an important detail for me is that CS2 doesn't actually technically really... It's not even, in my head, a reference to the second Counter-Strike, because this is like the fourth Counter-Strike. CS2, in my mind, more so denotes... CS2, in my mind, more so denotes the fact that it's on the Source 2 engine. That was 15 minutes. No, that was 20 minutes to do that. So it's like twice as fast. CSGO 2.0, like, to me, it just feels more like it refers to the engine change than anything else. What about Mario Kart? Well, Mario Kart's not live service. So what about Mario Kart? Call of Duty. I think we do it this way from now on. That being said, I think this should have a bunch of white pixels on it, or we're gonna live a miserable life. I think this needs to all be filled white. Yearly sports games pay $70 a year for the live service updates. That's fair. New engine is a valid reason for a new game. Yeah, it's like I think it's called CS2. In my mind, it's CS2 because it's the Source 2 engine. Although they did do Dota 2, gave it a new engine, and just still kept calling it Dota 2. So I guess they really didn't need to do that. So at that point, I guess the reason they called it CS2 was purely the marketing purposes to get people interested in it. Even though I think at this point CS was already pulling like 1.2 million players anyways. I don't do books anymore. You know what's a true fact? If you can't read books anymore, if you're like, oh, I hate books, here's truth. You don't hate books. You just keep reading the wrong ones. You went to school where they forced you to read a bunch of books that you didn't want to read, and now you immediately, by default, hate books. That's what I learned. Because once I picked up a book that was awesome, I couldn't put that fucker down. You just gotta find a book that you're just so unequivocally interested in that you don't want to do anything else. Reading is awesome. If you think you hate it, what was really happening and what you need to tell yourself is that it's okay that you don't like the book you're reading and to go read a different book. Everyone loves reading when they go to AO3. I know what you are. Do you have any book suggestions? I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I don't listen to fun books. I listen to really boring books right now. I haven't read in a while because like somehow, for some reason, I put my Kindle down like behind my bed. Like I put it under my pillow because I went to sleep. And sometimes I put it under my pillow because I'm too lazy to put it on my nightstand. Because I'm just like reading to the point of exhaustion. I mean, I'm reading like the words of Seneca. Well, actually right now it was... The last book I was reading the words of Socrates, and he is really talented at putting me the fuck to sleep. And I lost my Kindle. I don't know where it is. I tried moving the bed a little bit, couldn't find it. I have no clue. I've never felt so... I have not felt so sad about losing something in such a long time. But yeah, I read a bunch of boring books. I just read, like, informational books. A philosophy, man. I really liked my time reading, like, niche. I know, I live an exciting life. I want to read... There's this one fantasy novel that I think all my friends are reading. It's not Fourth Wing, it's another one. All my oomps are... on this hype of this book. I think I would read that first. I don't know what it's called though. It's not Fourth Wing. Technically the words are Socrates. Technically the words are Socrates or Plato's rendition of Socrates. We know this. This is not a new information for me. And then Plato's words are then written by Aristotle or whatever. And the line of philosophers is, it's the first waves of philosophies have nothing to do with... They're all written by somebody else. At the early of Greek philosophy. But it is true. Homestuck stream when? Now that's a real philosophy stream. Homestuck is for the philosophers. Because it makes you think how much of life is really worth it. You should try part 9 again. Like JoJo. Oh, I mean, if we're talking fiction, like picture books, then yeah, I read picture books all the time. But I feel like reading a picture book, a comic book, and reading I feel like reading a comic book and reading an actual book is a different vibe. It's an entirely different thing. Homestuck is really good. It's true. It was made by a modern day Marcus Aurelius. Seneca would be proud of how philosophy has evolved since his death. I know, Andrew Hussey. That's like a threatening statement. That sounds like a threat. I knew Andrew, Hussey. I knew Andrew Sussy. Among Us? Anybody? You guys into Dr. Seuss? Any Dr. Seuss heads? Or are we all in like agreement of the Dr. Seuss like banned book philosophy? Where nobody fucks with Dr. Seuss no more. We're like all pissed off. And I have to pretend to be like, yeah, I actually screw that Dr. Seuss guy. Did I really finish all of the... Did I really finish that melody? La, 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 la. Oh, I did. This is way faster. Why didn't I do this 100 years ago? Why have I picked up this method now when it's, like, useless? Because soon I'm gonna be like, I'm tired, guys. We're crossing the line where I have to start preparing myself for Vegas tomorrow. Baby No Money autobiography? Dude, that's a grown man's wet dream. The Baby No Money biopic. Thank you for the 70 months, Joe Draws. Everyone say hi, Joe Draws. Joe Draws, would you watch the Baby No Money biopic? Be honest. Joe Draws, we haven't played a video game in like 500 hours. You know what's fucked up about that? Everything. What's up with that? I take no responsibility, so if you try and pin it on me, no blocking, no dodging. What the hell was that noise? Oh, thanks for the giant raid. A lot, honestly. I'm getting laid off in 3 weeks? No! Joe Draws! No! No! You can't! Oh, that's layoff of my Joe Draws. Oh. Oh, that's a layoff of my Joe Draws. It's a seasonal. Oh, then you deserve it. Massive L for the employer. True, their money is about to drop by like $15,000 an hour. They're about to go bankrupt in about 3 seconds. You should just hit them with that for your job. You should just look them dead in the eyes and go, if you fire me right now, you will go bankrupt in the next 2 months. And see if that's an effective method of getting stuck around. Because I feel like if I was an employee or an employer and somebody just hit me with that, I'd be like, all right, my bad, chief. I'll give you a raise. I'm doing freelance. Who wants drawing? Ooh, sorry, buddy. I'm already drawing a horse. I should have been drawing it like this the entire time, chat. It's actually so much faster. The amount of time it took beforehand was embarrassing. Oh shit. Wait. There's a hidden square here that I hadn't started on. Luckily, I think we're only on the the second color, right? Are we on 3 colors? No, we're on just 2 colors. Now we're starting the 3rd color. You know what? Let's go this way. Let's go backwards. I feel like that also now saves me time. Because now I don't have to scroll. I don't have to scrub as much. You should actually be put for Artist of the Year. Thank you, thank you. I know my new music album is really good. It changed the lives of many around them. I'm glad to have inspired so many artists. Be grateful. I'm grateful every day, every hour, every year. Of the horses inside of me that tell me to keep pushing forward. Am I stupid? Don't answer that, chat. It would make me sad. Mario, thank you. That's a good answer. Oh no. Oh, I have to spot some pixels in the middle of nowhere. Wait, this is it. This is where I need to be. This is where I belong, chat. This is my hole. Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. One, two, three, four. That's it. That's the only pixel there. Thank you for stopping by, you know. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. You know what, guys? You're all right. If I die, I'll remember you. But not really, because my brain would stop working. So I'd remember you up until the point in which I'm dead. Then it's kind of hard to remember anything. How hungry? Dinner hungry? Oh, Fairy's hungry, chat. What are we gonna do about this? We'll reincarnate as a frog. I think that'd be a pleasant life to live. A frog really has, like, nothing to worry about, man. They just be eating flies and shit. And you gotta respect it. Being a frog would be awesome. What are the flaws to being a frog? People eat your legs. That's not great. I wouldn't like that. Those are kind of like mine, and I think it's not very polite that some people would be eating my legs without my without asking. You get skewered. That's true. People would put me on a stick. I wouldn't like that either. You know, I'm starting to think I don't really want to be a frog anymore. It kind of would piss me off. But I would be able to chill on a lily pad all day, and that would be kind of good vibes. Chat, type 1 if you'd be a frog. Yeah, I stayed up way too late last night. So, unfortunately, we're not going to finish the... I don't think we're finishing the horse bro. Horse guys, horse bros. This might be the last line. But we've made brilliant next stream, for sure, is the last one. Without a doubt, I will make sure of it. The return stream will be the last one of drawing. I can assure you that. Because we are so damn close, it's not even funny. And also, we've got the cheat code method. This sucks. I'm like so sad that I really want to try and get as much done this stream, but I just know I can't. I just know I physically will die from this idea. That might be peak. Yeah, last one. The next stream we do this will be a giant, big, long marathon stream. Basically, I will sit down and I won't leave until the horse is done. Because at that point, we're like way too close to it all. Like the Homestuck-a-thon? Yeah, except for probably not nearly as close to as long. It'll probably be like a couple hour stream. Wait, what? Oh, I fucked this whole thing up here. It's like that. It's a little funny you can't read Homestuck the original way. It's a little funny you can't really read Homestuck like at all. How did I fucked this shape up too. See, this is the flaws I was talking about for this system. I knew all of these problems would happen. And yet here I am. I made the mistakes I called out anyways. It's a little funny that I can't read. True. We don't... I mean, truthfully, do we even need literacy anymore in society? Grok can just read it for us. We could just add Grok. Grok, can you read this for me? At Grok. At Grok. I'm hungry. It looks so good. Arigato gozaimasu. Alright, final color. Final color for the stream chat, and then we're gonna be gone. But we won't be gone for that long, chat. We'll just be gone till Monday. Alright? Is that okay? Can you behave, chat? Again, new video, Patreon releases. You'll get your whole Woodworks chat while I'm gone. The only thing you'll be missing from your week of content, chat, is the stream. But then I will return. Like Tijanos, I will return. Where's my beloved? True. Oh my god, chat. It's so beautiful. I really don't mean to toot my own horn, but it is really just the most wonderful thing ever. Dude, you can tell I'm so tired. This is unbelievable. This is like the most I've never talked in my life. This is the longest I haven't heard the sound of my voice. That's crazy, chat. That's crazy what just happened. That's crazy that this is happening, chat. This is actually like this is a silent film soon. This is actually just such a silent film, bro. I'm like Charlie Chaplin here, dude. Okay. It's been done. It's done. It's done. There's some holes I want to patch. First of all, this gotta be fixed. Done. And then there seems to be another hole up here. Yeah, that doesn't look great. This right here, I think this needs to be white. There we go. Oh, it looked so good, chat. Oh my god, it looks so great. And we made so much progress, chat. Just a reminder, we started here. We started here. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in 2 hours. But I stayed up way too late last night. I wish I could give you the... Do I keep going? No, I have such a long day tomorrow. I have to wake up early and everything. Get some sleep. Because I have to get ready for the convention. Okay, we'll have an epic stream next time. When I return back, chat, it'll be the ultimate horse stream. But unfortunately, it's time for me to disappear, chat, for a while. Unless I somehow sneak a stream in tomorrow. But that's no guarantee. Thank you for tuning in, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, Twitch. Thank you all the people stopping by. I'll be back streaming on Tuesday. Bet it on Tuesday, could be Monday. Monday and tomorrow are coin flips, but very low chance. But we'll be back and we'll finally do the horse and we'll be locked back into Tomodachi life. Until then, bye, YouTube.